Hey, CCPS, good morning. Today is Wednesday, November 4th, and I'm just giving you an update on some of the different issues that I think are particularly important right now. Let's start with next Monday, November 9th. We will be bringing back more students, or I should say, students who want to come back. They'll be back at least 2 days a week. It's important for people to understand as we move forward. Right now, the 6 foot social distancing piece for us really places a cap on how many students we can bring back. We have actually gone out and measured every classroom in the school system and placed green dots that show where desks can and cannot go. And then we've tallied to see how many students can stay in the school while honoring the 6 foot social distancing requirement. A good example would be Gilpin Manor Elementary School, brand new school that just opened a year or two ago. We know that the state rated capacity for that school is about 490 students. This is the capacity of what the school can handle given normal circumstances. Well, we've gone over and measured, placed the green dots, done the calculations, and we believe that the max we can hold in that school is now 190 while honoring the 6 foot social distancing. So as families look to come back more or are more interested in the face-to-face instruction at schools, please know that we can't exceed capacities in certain schools, again, while honoring the 6 foot social distancing. So keep that in mind. Along the lines of 6 foot social distancing, I cannot urge, ask, plead, demand, whatever you want to say. We have got to maintain 6 feet of distance between each other, particularly at schools. Um, Certainly, we want it done in the community as best we can to limit the spread outside of schools, but it is really becoming an issue for us in schools. We know that in the last week or two, we've had 3 positive cases from students. But what we're finding is that when we do the contact tracing for those students and what they have been doing the day or the days prior to the positive diagnosis, is we're reaching out to our adults to find out the number of adults who have had any sustained less than 6 feet contact with that child, and the numbers are alarming. We are having to quarantine many of our adults as a precaution. A way to avoid that is to simply stay greater than 6 feet away. If you're a teacher, stay further than 6 feet away from your children. We understand that given the nature of some of our young learners, getting closer than 6 feet is simply required at some time. So that's certainly to be expected, and we know that's going to happen. But as a general rule, we are asking to maintain that 6 feet social distancing. We've done so here at Booth Street. All the conference rooms have capacities. Lunchroom cannot exceed 4 people in our cafeteria here at the Carver Center. And we're asking all principals, all teachers, all parents, please support us with this. Some good news is in the coming days, certainly by next week, we will have the capacity to test in our schools. We are going to get access to the rapid testing machines. So if you don't know, apparently there's a single machine that tests in rapid form uh, positivity of potential students, staff, or whatever. We will have the machines at all of our 29 schools, as well as an ample amount of tests themselves. So we're really going to be able to be aggressive in supporting the health department in the control of the outbreak that's occurring. And again, special thanks to Lauren Levy for getting these machines for us. It has potential to really be a positive as we move forward. And finally, I'll close on this. It's important that all of us pay attention to the performance of your individual child in school. Typically, as a school system, we monitor the number of students who earned A, B, C's, D's, and E's on a regular basis. What we're seeing now as we wind down towards the end of the to the end of the first marking period, is an inordinate number of students who are either in danger of failing or are failing classes. And we believe, frankly, we're seeing this large number because our staff aren't with them face to face all the time to push and prod and cajole to make sure they get their work done. So please keep an eye on your student. If you're a parent or if you're a teacher, do everything we can to make sure they're participating in the learning. And again, we're getting there one day at a time, one week at a time, and thank you for everything.